we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
A man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets it up past the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here's Hurts to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hurts fumbles it.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Lawrence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hurts. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner, By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Second down and 5.
Opposite.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set.
Now Lawrence on first down. Etienne bringing in another one.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Lawrence.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not crunch.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stops right there.
On third down, here's Etienne.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Eagles had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hurts throwing complete to Smith.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Devon Hamilton.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed it.
Hurts fumbles it.
But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. On the ball now. Ready.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall. And they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
19 tight. Check it.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
It's complete to Cook. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on first down, holding them to a short gain.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Elliott is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
4 yards remain for second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Man open, that's kept. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
They'll look to Etienne to start things out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Off the option, here's Etienne.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, simple. Hey, over. Hey, over.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have the Jaguars' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to the ground with Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Another tote for Etienne.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And it's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jordan Davis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their 1st-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On first down, Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Fuller run show Fatukasi.
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the first and goal. A touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
ETN up the middle.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here's Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Etienne once more.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Down inside the 10.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown Jaguars.
Zay Jones.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up. It ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras.